I welcome you all for the second day of training program. And today we are going to discuss about how to connect a servo motor to the Arduino. We'll go to it. You could look at this, students. Just please keep it. This is the servo motor, and you can see this arm. This arm can rotate from 0 to 180 degree. 0 to 180 degree. So you have to give an input pulse, an analog input to this servo motor to make it rotate from 0 to 180 degree. This is what we are going to do today. And over to the Tinkercad, we'll look how to create a circuit for this. So go to, as usual, go to new circuit, create new circuit. Take one Arduino. Okay. So you have to take a servo motor here. Just place it here. So you can see when you closely observe, you can see the terminals. One is power, and the another one is ground, and the another one is signal. So power, you have to ground. You have to do the respective connections. Go to, you can connect it ground. I can use this ground also. So ground I have connected. Give it to black. Next comes power. Power is 5 volts. I can take it from the Arduino. Okay, this is power is 5 volts, and this is nothing but the signal. Signal I have to give it to the an analog output. And what you can see here, you can observe in this Arduino, and this you could see only these are the analog input pins, 6 analog input pins, and you have right from 2 to 30. You can make use of these digital pins, digital IO pins. This can be made to act as a digital input pin, digital output pin, and PWM signal also you can obtain this. So this, what is a PWM signal? PWM is nothing but a pulse width modulated signal. Say if you have a digital signal, and digital signal can be digitized as a square waveform with on pulse and off pulse. So there, by varying the duty cycle of the pulse, you can modulate that digital signal. So that will be in the form that comes as a continuous signal, that comes as an analog signal. So this PWM signal is considered as an analog signal. So I am going to give this as an output of any these pins. Pin number 3, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11 can be used as an analog pin. So I can take here as the input pin number 9. pin number 9, I can take it and I can connect it over here. The signal, I can give this as, okay, green, fine. That's a signal. So this is what the hardware connection is. Going to the code. So code. So going to the code, what you have to do is, what we are going to do is, we are going to assign one variable. So let me tell you why you are going to assign it, because we are going to change the position. We are going to change the position of the servo motor. We are going to change the position of the servo motor from 0 to 180 degree. So likewise, you do the program, you have to increment the steps of movement by 1. So for that, we have to assign one variable. So I am assigning a variable. So all these things, each and every experiment each and every experiment in this 5-day session will be entirely different. What all the other programming techniques you have, that I will explain. So here we are going to make use of a variable here. So go to variable. Yes, create variable. You can create a variable of your name. So say for example, I can create a variable named position. Because I am going to change the position. Or you can create, you can use other variables like X, Y, Z, all those things you can use. So the variable position is created over here. So initially position is being created. Next, I have to set this position value. Position value, I am going to set it, initialize it. I am going to initialize the position to 0. Next, what we are going to do is, we are going to create a loop to increment the position value. To create a loop, increment the position value. So for that, what we are going to do, we are going to make use of the control block. Control block, this block you have not seen, count. We can make use of that count. Okay. Count. What I am going to do is, for clockwise rotation, I am going to count up steps 1, that can be varied also, and I am going to assign this to a variable. What variable I have used? Position here. Position, I am going to assign that as a variable from 1 to, so here I told you that this will make a rotation from 0 degree to 180 degree. So here I already have assigned a position of 0. So it has to move from 1 to 179. Position has to move from 1 to 179. So for each movement of position, you have to give you have to give a time delay. That will come to that point. So what should come inside this loop? So you're assigning the position value, or counting the position value. Once you count it, what you have to do, you have to give this to the servo. So servo motor, you have to give this. So for that, what you have to do, servo is being connected in the output line. So go to output, take servo, rotate servo pin. So I am going to rotate the servo pin on pin number. I have used pin number 9. Yes, right. I've used pin number 9. Okay. So I've connected to pin number 9. And the degrees is nothing but I am going to get the value of this position. So what I have to do is, I have to go to that variable. I have to take this position, just paste it. So this is the advantage of this scratch block programming. Take the position. Now I hope you understand this loop. So once it is done, you have to give some delay. delay. For each and every increment, there should be some delay you have to give. So for that, you go to control. So all the control operations will be available in the control block. So what the control operation, I am going to make it provide a delay, wait for a few seconds. Say for example, you can take it to be milliseconds, things like that. So here I've taken to be 40 milliseconds. Once you try this at home, definitely you can change the values and you can see. So this one loop I have created. Similarly, what you have to do is you have to create another loop. Already you have initialized the variable. The other loop is nothing but you are going to bring it back to the normal position. You are going to count it. Okay, so I can duplicate this block, entire block I can duplicate. You can duplicate this count block, entire block. It's not moving. I have to throw it in the trash, otherwise this will become an error. Okay, then similarly we'll go to the control block. You see it is still there. You will have a running error there. What network? Okay, we'll start a new one otherwise.
மேம் அதை ரைட் கிளிக் பண்ணி delete பண்ண முடியுதா பாருங்க மேம்.
ரைட் கிளிக்கே வரலப்பா, என்ன தெரியல எப்படி ஹேங் ஆகுது. ரைட் கிளிக்கே வரல. பட் அந்த இதுலயே ஏரோலயே இருக்குது, அந்த இது டிராக் பண்ற பேட்டர்ன்லயே இருக்கு. Okay, so this is one talk. Otherwise, I'll tell you one. I'll do one thing. Let it be. So you got this coding. Anyway, I'll upload all these videos in the your YouTube channel, in our department YouTube channel. This is the coding. So you have to make use of the variable. You have to make use of the loop, and you have to give that I had delay time. So I already have created a file in my dashboard that I'll show that how it works. Yes. Okay, just I think servo motor. I've used this. Okay, just go through this. We'll see this. This is what we are going to do it now. The next session. So I have planned to do two programs today. One is the analog output. How to take the analog output from the Arduino through the PWM signal. The another one is how to give analog input to the Arduino. And to give analog input to the Arduino, we are going to make use of potentiometer. That also I'll explain. Just we'll go to the code. You just to see how does it works, then you'll understand. See? So what is happening is, so the servo, the servo moves like this. So if I change the value of the potentiometer, whatever you have seen in that starting video file, Whenever the input to the potentiometer is changed, the speed of rotation of the servo motor can be changed. Precise control can be done by changing the input voltage of the potentiometer. That is what I've shown here. So this potentiometer is being configured to rotate. See, can you see here? For complete rotation, you can have one full rotation of the servo motor. Okay, we'll go to the code. This is for servo motor. So for that, the code, the same thing, whichever you have done it, I will share that in that the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel. We'll go to this program now. Okay, students, just kindly tell me whether you have understood the code. This one we'll do it afresh. This is what we have seen earlier. So we have learned two things today. One is making use of the variable, and the other one is making use of the loop operation. And we'll go about it. Okay. So you're making use of a variable, you're assigning that variable, then you give a time delay. So what you're going to do is, then I can duplicate this block. I can duplicate this block, I can paste it down, and I can make this to count down. Count down. You can make it to count down by 1. So what you have to do, what change you have to do it, students? Please come out. You can unmute and you can, then only the class will be interactive. What do you have to do here? Unmute or chat. Type it in the chat. Yes, 179 to 1. Good. 179 to 1. Very good. Right. So you're going to bring it down. And 179 to 1. Okay, then you can change the seconds and you can check the result also. And you can just go to that. Yesterday itself, I wanted to show this to you. Text. You can see the text. We'll see how the program is being written. Okay, now we can run this and let us see how does it works. Why this is coming all the time? It's gone. I think so. It's gone. Code is gone. Okay. That code is okay. So this is how it works. It is all about some other. I missed that code. Okay. So this is all about how to connect a servo motor. So you have understood the looping operation here. Next, the next program will be discussing about how to connect a potentiometer and how to program it. What are the new? I will make use of the same diagram. So you all know that potentiometer here you can use a breadboard because we are going to connect to ground, all those things. So we can use breadboard. Already the connection is there. I'll go with that. Okay, students, please listen. So you could see here, it will take some time to go. Okay. See, so potentiometer, when we make use of a potentiometer has three terminals, out of which terminal 1 will be mostly connected to a ground line. Terminal 1 is always connected to a ground, and the another terminal, it is an you get an analog input here, so you are connecting this analog input to the to that supply. This is the supply 5, and the middle one is a wiper, where when the wiper position is changed, the amount of resistance included in the potentiometer will change. So this wiper, I am going to connect it in an analog input line. So I have connected here. You can take connection over here at this point, wherever you want, you can take it, because all these are connected like this. Generally, what happens is physically the potentiometer will have three leads, and the three leads will be at some different position. That's why I have taken over here. This point I have connected near the bridge I have connected here. Okay. So you can take a wiper here. The wiper connection I have given that to an analog input. Analog input A0 I have given. Fine. So coding I am going to and as usual the servo motor is going to be as we have connected earlier. Servo motor is being connected to pin number 9, PWM pin number 9, and supply and ground. They've given that. Right. So the coding, I'm going to delete this code, and I'm going to tell you how you're going to program this. Okay. So for this, you are going to get one input value, analog input, and you are going to output an analog value. So for this, you are going to specify two variables. One is I'm going to make use of sensor value, because here potentiometer acts as a sensor. So I'm going to use as sensor value. I'm going to create one variable. So already it is there. And similarly, an output value I have created. Okay. Output, because I'm going to output this to the servo motor. So two variables I have created. So first, what you have to do is we have to set the sensor value. You get the sensor value and feed it to the analog input. That point you have to do it. Okay. So for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use variables. All set will be available over here. All these are variables. I am going to set a sensor value. Get set. Okay. Sorry. Come over here. Not taking this value. It has to take it. Okay, first let us see that. So what we are going to what we have to learn over here is we are going to get the sensor value and you are going to assign this to the analog input pin, and you have to set the output value. So what you have to do is, here you have a potentiometer, and this potentiometer will be utilizing the 5 volts of this Arduino, but it gives an analog value of 0 to 1023. Okay, it means that 1024 values. So it is nothing but 1 to 1023 or 0 to 1024. So we are going to map this value. This is the analog value, and for this servo motor will operate in the range of 0. It will operate in a different range. So you have to map this. You have to go for a separate map value. You have to go for a separate map signal. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, general thing, we first read the inputs. We'll go with the basic things. So first let us see read analog input pin. Okay. What I'm going to read this analog input pin, I'm going to assign this to this variable. Okay. So let us take okay. Read analog input pin. I am going to read this analog input pin, and I am going to set this. Yeah, not block this. Set. You have to click this. You have a sensor value. Okay. So first thing, I am going to set the sensor value to this read analog input pin. Next, what I am going to do is, I am going to do one mapping function. What mapping I am going to do is, I am going to map this potentiometer value with the servo motor output value. That will do that mapping function now. So mapping, go to control, math. Sorry. All those control operations will math operations will use this. Go to map. What I'm going to map? I'm going to map the sensor value. This sensor value with the servo motor value. You know that servo motor will be from 0 to 180. That's fine. So what you have to do is, we have to map this sensor value. So go to the variable, take the sensor value, just drop it. Okay. So we have mapped the sensor value to 180 degrees. So this is 0 to 1024. Whereas this is 0 to 180. So this mapping operation will do that operation. Okay, we have mapped that value. Whatever you have mapped, you have to assign that to the output value. So what you have to do, if you want to assign that to the output value, what you have to do? Unmute. I'm checking in the chat. If you are going to assign this value to the output, what operation you have to use, students? What chat, come in chat. What operation you have to use? Or unmute and speak. So we'll go on. So go to the code, fine. So what you have to do is, initially you have mapped that value, map the potentiometer value to this servo motor, sensor value to the servo motor. What you have to do is, you have to assign this to that output variable. You have to make use of the set. Go to set operation, go to set, just keep it. Already you have set the sensor value. Similarly, now what you have to do is, you have to set the output value. Set the output value to what you are going to do it now. What you have to do is, you have to go for this mapping. Just 3 blocks of code, that's it. If you go and write it in an Arduino programming, it will take a lot of time and you'll land up in errors. See, very simple. Once you understand the functionality of each and every blocks, it will be easy for you to program. You can download the program to the Arduino IDE and you can work it in your hardware Arduino. Then what should be the next statement, students? What do you have to do? We have mapped the value and you have assigned that to the output value. Next, what you have to do? One of you unmute and tell me, or just guess. I hope
Simulation.
what do you have to do?
Start simulation.
No start simulation. Who is this? Pawan. Pawan, please tell me your name and tell me your name. I need to know. Start simulation. I am not feeding it to the output. What is the output I have connected? What is the output device I have connected here? Students, answer please.
Output device is servo motor.
Very good. Servo motor. What you have to do in an servo motor? Go to the output block. What do you have to do? Which block you have to select? Girls, Vandana, Vanita, Sangavi is there. No.
Rotate servo on pin, ma'am.
Very good, very good. Rotate. You have to rotate servo. That's all. You have to go to rotate servo pin. Rotate servo on. Where I have connected the servo pin. Servo pin to pin number 9. To pin number 9. 0 degrees. What you have to go? What you have to have here? What you have to have? This part. I am mapping the value, sensor value to the output value. What you have to have over here? What variable you have to have? It's an output value. So whenever you make use of a potentiometer, so that whenever you make use of a potentiometer or any sensors or any output devices, you need to know what is the value that is feeding it to the Arduino. So this potentiometer will feed the value of 0 to 1024 analog values. 0 to 1024 analog values. Say for example, if it is 500, I have a question for you students. Okay, we'll run this and we'll check it. We'll run this and let's see whether we are right in programming. Start. Okay. When you click this, this will go off. Start. Okay, can you see? Servo motor rotates. This is the kind of rotation you have seen here. This is the kind of rotation you have seen here. So I have a question here. If I want to make the servo motor to rotate to an angle of 90 degree at one step, what should be the value of a potentiometer? Students, kindly answer. Answer chart. Wait for 10 seconds. Output value 10 degrees. Okay. Good. Sangavi, you're right. That is for the previous question. What about this question? Please, you can unmute yourself and you can speak, student. Then only the class will be interactive. My question is, if I want to make one movement of a stepper motor. At one step, the motor should move to 90 degree. If so, what should be the value of the potentiometer? Okay. Rajesh, Shobhan. Even if you're wrong, please answer me. Pavan Kalyan, Arun Raghav, everyone is in line. Like class, you are keeping mum. Raj Sharan, Prashant is there. Prashant.
Hello.
சொல்லுப்பா என்ன தெரியுதோ சொல்லு தப்புனாலும் பரவாயில்ல. இப்ப நான் வந்து 10 to 180 டிகிரிக்கு சொல்லியிருக்கேன். இப்ப நான் வந்து ஒரு மூவ்மெண்ட்ல வந்து நான் 90 டிகிரிக்கு நான் ஸ்டாண்ட் பண்ண வைக்கணும்னா பொட்டன்ஷியோமீட்டர் வேல்யூ என்ன வைக்கணும் நான்? பொட்டன்ஷியோமீட்டரோட ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் வேல்யூ சொல்லுங்க. இப்ப நான் சொன்ன அனலாக் வேல்யூ சொன்னேன்ல 0 to 1024. என்ன வேல்யூ இருக்கணும்? பொட்டன்ஷியோமீட்டர் என்ன வேல்யூ ஆர்டினோ கொடுத்தா எனக்கு இங்க 90 டிகிரி காமிக்கும்? Bhavyashree? Yes, good. Rajesh has given 90 degree, 50%, right? That's right. This is what I want. Good.
கொடுக்கணும்ல மேம்?
என்னமா? 50
12
பாதிதா?
கொடுக்கணும்.
500. So that is called the mapping, function of a mapping here. So this is 0 to 1024, but this takes 0 to 180 degree. அதுக்காக தான் நம்ம mapping function யூஸ் பண்ணிருக்கோம். Right? So இங்க வந்து நான் என்ன பண்றேன்? If I give to be potentiometer being pointed towards the center 500. See, can you see how the servo motor position of the servo motor now? Like the ways we have to check it, and all these programs will be uploaded in the E&I YouTube channel within 2 days, I suppose. Okay, so if so, you just go through that video and I'll give you an assignment at the end of the session. At the end of the training session, you'll be able to do it. If at all, if you have any doubts, you can clarify it now. And you can change the potentiometer resistance also. Tell me, pa, any doubt, ma?
ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ப்ரோக்ராம் ட்ரை பண்ணி பார்த்தேன், அது கரெக்டா ஒர்க் ஆகுது. செகண்ட் ப்ரோக்ராம்ல வந்து நம்ம கிட்ட ஒரு சர்வோ மோட்டார் இருக்கு, ஆர்டினோ இருக்கு, பொட்டன்ஷியோமீட்டர் இருக்கு. ஓகேவா? இதுல இப்போ இந்த சர்வோ மோட்டர்லயே ஒரு பொட்டன்ஷியல் இருக்கும், பொட்டன்ஷியோமீட்டர் இருக்கும்.
உனக்கு அது பிசிக்கல் சர்வோ மோட்டர். உனக்கு ஒரு பிசிக்கல் சர்வோ மோட்டரோட டயகிராம்ல அப்படி கொடுத்திருந்தான். ஆக்சுவலி சர்வோ மோட்டரை வந்து நம்ம வந்து பொட்டன்ஷியோமீட்டர் மூலமா தான் கண்ட்ரோலே பண்ண முடியுது. நம்மளுக்கு ஒரு சின்ன எக்ஸாம்பிள் how to make use of a potentiometer to control the movement of a
அதான் மேம். அப்ப இப்ப நீங்க இதுல போட்டிருக்க சர்க்யூட்ல ரெண்டு பொட்டன்ஷியோமீட்டர் இருக்கா? நீங்க மேனுவலா வச்ச
ஒண்ணே ஒண்ணுதான். ஆக்சுவலி இங்க பாருப்பா, ஆக்சுவலி உனக்கு எப்படி உனக்கு இண்டஸ்ட்ரீஸ்ல எல்லாம் எப்படி ஜெனரலா சர்வோ மோட்டருக்கு வந்து ஒரு PWM சிக்னல் கொடுப்பாங்க. இது வந்து ஒரு கண்ட்ரோலர். இந்த கண்ட்ரோலர் வந்து ஒரு பல்ஸ் வித் மாடுலேட்டட் சிக்னல் வந்து கொடுக்கும். அதுக்கு வந்து உங்களுக்கு தனியா வேரியபிள் ஃப்ரீக்வன்சி டிரைவ்ஸ்னு இருக்கு. வேரியபிள் ஃப்ரீக்வன்சி சேஞ்ச் பண்றது மூலமா நீ ஸ்பீடை சேஞ்ச் பண்ணலாம். இது உங்களுக்கு ஒரு சின்ன ப்ராஜெக்ட்னால நீங்க வந்து நீங்க PWM சிக்னல் வந்து நீங்க ப்ரோக்ராம் பண்ணி PWM சிக்னலோட டியூட்டி சைக்கிள் வேரி பண்ணினாலே நீங்க ஸ்பீடை கண்ட்ரோல் பண்ணலாம், ரொட்டேஷனை கண்ட்ரோல் பண்ணலாம். இங்க ஜஸ்ட் an example to show that how to make use of an analog, a sensor which gives an analog input to the Arduino.
ஓகே, அப்ப அல்டிமேட்டா என்ன நடக்கும்னா இந்த பொட்டன்ஷியோமீட்டர் நான் எவ்வளவு வேரி பண்றனோ அதுக்கு ஏத்த மாதிரி இந்த சர்வோ மோட்டார் ரொட்டேட் ஆகும்.
ரொட்டேஷனோட ஸ்டெப்ஸும் நீ வேரி பண்ணலாம். அதுக்கு தான் அந்த ப்ரோகிராமிங்ல நம்ம காமிச்சிருந்தோம்ல, ஸ்டெப்ஸ் வந்து வெயிட் வந்து 40 மில்லி செகண்ட்ஸ் எவ்வளவு டியூரேஷன் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணலாம். ஸ்டெப்ஸ் நம்ம கவுண்ட் பை 1 ன்னு போட்டிருந்தோம். இஃப் யூ வாண்ட் டு வெரி ரொம்ப ப்ரிசைஸ் ஸ்டெப்ஸ் வேணும்னாலும் இப்ப ரோபோட்டிக் ஆர்ம் மூவ்மெண்ட்ஸ் இந்த கிரிப்பர்ல எல்லாம் எப்படி இருக்கும் உங்களுக்கு ஒரு ஃபைன் மூவ்மெண்ட் மில்லி செகண்ட் மூவ்மெண்ட் எல்லாமே தேவைப்படும்ல, அதுக்கெல்லாம் சர்வோ மோட்டர் தான் யூஸ் பண்ணுவாங்க. அப்போ வந்து இந்த ஸ்டெப் சைஸை நம்ம மாத்திக்கலாம்.
ஓகே,
அதுதான் this is application of servo motor. You can all try this project students. நீங்க இதுவே இல்லாம இந்த கோடிங்கை வச்சு ஒரு சின்ன சர்வோ மோட்டர் வாங்கி இதே ஆர்டினோ இருக்குது உங்ககிட்ட, அழகா பிரெட் போர்ட்ல கனெக்ட் பண்ணி பார்க்கலாம். a lot of YouTube videos where you can see how a servo motor can be connected physically. servo motor open பண்ணியே காமிக்கிறாங்க, அதுல இருக்க pins எல்லாமே காமிக்கிறாங்க. even these pins, you know, they just show it. So any other doubts students? Any other doubts? Tomorrow we'll start with some fresh topics. Any other doubts? Pavan, Prashant, பா பேசுங்கப்பா. இன்ட்ரெஸ்டா பண்றியா இல்ல 1 hour வேஸ்ட் பண்றாங்க மேம் 1 hourக்காக இருக்கியா? ஏன்னா I have one for the 3rd years I have one placement இது mock interview skills placement mock interview for next 3 o'clock. I have to jump to that. So shall we close it by today? And tomorrow students, since my laptop is occupied, we can have it around 12:45 to 1:45. Is it fine students? 12:45 to 1:45. Tomorrow I'll take some, likewise, 2 different things. We'll see tomorrow push buttons and how these push buttons can be used to create a piano set of instrument where you can play the music tone, Sarigama Padani. Okay, we'll do that tomorrow. Okay, that's all by today. Okay, everything, I think everything is clear. Fine. Fine. Then have a nice day. Do take up the test model exam. Kindly submit it. Okay. Thank you all. Have a nice day. Bye.